Have you ever wondered why some sales teams consistently outperform the rest, even without bigger salaries or endless perks? What if I told you the secret isn't more training or bonuses, but something far simpler and more powerful? In this video, we'll show you how connecting your sales team to purpose, empowering them to do great work, and mastering the art of recognition can transform their performance. Stick around, because without these strategies, you might be missing out on your team's full potential. Sales teams feel disconnected. It's no secret. Sales is demanding. The constant pressure to meet targets can leave even top performers feeling disconnected and unmotivated. The 19th century philosopher Henry David Thoreau once said, "The mass of men lead lives of quiet desperation." It might sound depressing, but it's an observation that still rings true for many sales professionals 200 years later. In sales, that desperation often comes from a lack of purpose, feeling like their work is just another transaction. But here's the truth. People crave purpose. When your sales teams feel connected to something bigger, they're more engaged, driven, and productive. So if your team seems disengaged or stuck, keep watching, because by the end of this video, you'll have the tools to inspire them in ways you never thought possible. Connect your team to the why. Great sales performance starts with understanding why the work matters. Former Campbell CEO Doug Conant put it this way: to win in the marketplace, you must first win the workplace. But here's the challenge. Only 19% of employees say they can articulate their purpose at work. That's an opportunity for you to step in. Start by helping your team explore their collective why. What impact are they striving to make? What principles guide their work? Encourage them to practice expressing their purpose with authenticity. When your team connects their daily efforts to a bigger mission, engagement skyrockets. Once your team is connected to their purpose, the next step is enabling them to do great work that makes a real difference. Let me share a story about Doug Dietz, an MRI engineer. After witnessing a terrified child before an MRI scan, Doug realized something had to change. He redesigned MRI machines to become adventures for kids, transforming fear into excitement. This is great work, identifying a need, innovating solutions, and enhancing experiences. Ask yourself this: what difference is your team meant to make? Reflect on the problems they can solve and the lives they can impact. When sales teams see the tangible difference they're making for customers, their motivation soars. Master the art of recognition. Now, let's talk about appreciation and recognition. Two words often used interchangeably, but they're really not the same. Appreciation is how you feel about someone's efforts. Recognition is how you express that appreciation outwardly. Too often, managers say they appreciate their teams but fail to show it in a meaningful way. Others offer generic praise that feels hollow. Here's how to do it right. Be frequent. Recognize efforts weekly. Don't wait for annual reviews. Be timely. Acknowledge great work as soon as possible. Be inclusive. Celebrate contributions from everyone, not just top performers. Be specific. Tie recognition to actual achievements and behaviors. When recognition is consistent, timely, inclusive, and performance-based, employees feel valued, and that value fuels engagement and productivity. Let me share a story from entrepreneur and former Seahawks owner, Ken Behring. Ken admitted to going through 4 distinct phases in his pursuit of happiness. Phase 1 was about acquiring stuff like homes, cars, and boats, thinking material success would make him happy. Phase 2 was more of the same, just on a bigger scale, but even the private jets weren't enough to bring him fulfillment. In Phase 3, Ken pursued even more material success by buying the Seattle Seahawks. But you guessed it, even that wasn't enough. It wasn't until Phase 4 that everything changed. A colleague invited Ken on a philanthropic trip providing wheelchairs to landmine-injured children in war-torn countries. A young boy, through a translator, told Ken he wanted to memorize his face to thank him in heaven. That moment of purpose and gratitude was so transformative that it led Ken to start his own nonprofit. Proof that success without meaning falls short. Now, that might sound disconnected to the daily grind of the sales floor, but there's a point here. Ken's journey reminds us that success alone rings hollow without deeper meaning. It underscores why integrating purpose, great work, and appreciation is so vital for unlocking new levels of engagement, fulfillment, and impact as leaders. So what can you take back to your enablement operation? Well, the secret to unlocking your sales team's full potential isn't about bigger bonuses or more training. It's about fostering purpose, great work, and recognition. When your team feels connected to why their work matters, empowered to make a difference, and recognized for their efforts, they'll go above and beyond. So ask yourself, how can you appreciate and recognize your team more consistently? Reflect on their purpose, empower their work, and celebrate their successes. Trust me, your team's engagement and performance will speak for itself. Empowering your sales team through purpose and recognition isn't just a feel-good strategy, it's a performance booster. Start today and watch your team transform. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more sales enablement insights. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you in the next video.